Chicago Bears quarterback Justin Fields primed for a breakout season going into year 2 of his NFL career. Let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NFL. I'm here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, folks, you know what to do. Hit the big red subscribe button down below. Make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms, guys. As always, hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. All right, people. So look, you know what I'm about to talk about here, which is obviously the question I posed: is Justin Fields primed for a breakout season in year 2? And I got to tell you, the numbers might surprise you. Okay? The numbers might surprise you. This isn't me just going off of and giving you guys my thoughts. This is an accumulation of a lot of things. All right? So sit back, relax, and get comfortable here because I'm about to break this down for you guys. Okay? This is coming from an article from a Bears writer. His name is Josh Shark. I want to give him full credit from NBC Sports. And it was a great article that he backed up with so much data. And that's so important to me because I don't like to just spitball opinions and just go off of that. I need numbers to back it up. I need the data. Tell me what the data says, okay? And back it up. And that's exactly what he does in this article. So I'm going to break it down for you guys, okay? So essentially, this is not my opinion. This is the opinion of another writer. But I always like to see how they have kind of formulated their opinion, right? Because I've said to you guys, I definitely want Justin Fields to have a breakout season. I definitely think he's going to improve. But just based off of the roster put around him, it seems like it is going to be difficult to do so, right? Because he has not been surrounded by as much talent. The Bears are going through a rebuilding year. Some might even say a throwaway year. So it's hard to think that, you know, Fields is going to have a breakout season in a throwaway year. It could happen, but again, that's my belief. But I definitely think he's going to improve. So let's talk about what is mentioned in this article, okay? So Justin Fields, we all know, did not have a great rookie season, right? But that is very evident by the numbers on the base surface level, which is TD to interceptions, right, and yardage. If you look at the touchdowns and interceptions, obviously he's threw more touchdowns. He threw more interceptions than he threw touchdowns. But you have to go deeper, all right? You have to go another layer. And what is that other layer? That layer is, okay, cool. Overall, did not have a great rookie season. But from start to finish, did he improve? Did he get better as the season progressed? And the numbers indicate that he did, all right? Let's go ahead and start with this. He improved as the season went on when you dive deeper into the numbers. Overall, Justin Fields finished the season with a Pro Football Focus grade of 64.2 and a passing grade of 60.8. That ranked 24th and 25th among qualified quarterbacks, which isn't very good. We know that, all right? But over his last 5 games, again, as the season's progressing, over his last 5 games, his grade went all the way up to 76.9 overall and a 71.1 passing grade. That was good enough for 9th and 11th best among qualified quarterbacks with at least 150 dropbacks from weeks 8 to 18, okay? Justin Fields also led the NFL with 14 runs of 10 or more yards, all right? Think about that. I wanted to see Justin Fields on the run more, and I didn't think it was enough, and he still led the NFL with 14 runs of 10 or more yards. He had a 90.5 passing grade when outside the pocket over his final 5 starts. Very key here. Remember, we want Justin Fields to roll out of the pocket, to be on the move, cut the field in half, and when that happened, he had a great grade, a 90.5 passing grade, all right? He had a 138.5 passer rating on designated design rollouts. Even more important here, because what did I just tell you in my last video? I am excited for Luke Getsy's offense because it is the wide zone scheme Shanahan style offense, which is predicated on the outside zone run and design rollouts. And his grade was 138.5 on design rollout. But guess what? He only had a handful of them. He didn't have a lot. And so Justin Fields this year is going to be on a number of these design rollouts, which is obviously only going to help. He also tied Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson for second in the NFL in big time throw percentage at 6.1%. All right. So we know that he can make the big throws and he can throw deep. These numbers basically indicate to you this, folks. Justin Fields got better as the season went on. All right. He basically showed you the things that he can do well in, which is the designed rollouts, being outside the pocket, cutting the field in half, and having the game simplified for him. And that's exactly what this new offense does. Now, again, roster limitations are absolutely going to play a role here. When you've got a bottom 5 to 10 offensive line, that is not going to make life easy. It is going to make it very difficult. When you've got a bottom 5, 10 receiving core, that's going to make life difficult. So these things will definitely hurt Justin Fields, but the hope is the functional offense that hopefully we see out there and the simplified version of what should have been the offense last year hopefully helps Justin Fields overcome that enough to where we see the trajectory go upward. That's all we're saying here, people. Remember, I told you this is what the article's talking about. This isn't me, but I want to take away from this article that Fields got better as the season progressed, which is great. That is a fact based off the numbers. Number 2, Justin Fields is best in his design rollouts, play action, runs outside the pocket, things of that nature. And that's exactly what Luke Getsy's offense does. That's another fact. And so those two things, when you combine that, you can see why there is optimism and hope that Fields breaks out in year 2. Again, roster limitations, totally get that. People are going to say, Faiz, how can he do all this when the offensive line is horrible or the receivers are awful? Totally get that. But I'm hoping that the offensive scheme is enough to hopefully overcome all of it, or at least enough where he still has a very, very good season. And again, folks, I'll leave you guys with this. You know, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, these guys did not have a great rookie season. And then they broke out in the later years. Josh Allen, I think, has breakout in year 3. Lamar Jackson, breakout year 2. You won the MVP in year 2. Remember that, okay? A lot of people forget. I'm not comparing Justin to these guys, but I'm saying he can make that same trajectory upward. So I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic. I'm also realist, but I wanted to share this with you guys to give you guys a little bit of hope on what we could see in year 2 from Justin. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think he's going to have a breakout year in year 2? Leave a comment down below. As always, thanks for watching.